Hey y'all, we're back with more reactions. Joe, thank you for sponsoring this request. This is another Tori Holub with Dan Wesley, and they are covering "It's Impossible." I think I know this song if I remember correctly. It says it's a Perry Como cover, and I know who that is. Not well, but I know of him. Um, I my first song with her being "We've Only Just Begun," and I said, oh my gosh, she sounds like Karen Carpenter, as close as it gets, guys. I mean, she may not be an exact match, but it's as close as you get. Okay. I've never heard anybody more close than Tori sounding like Karen Carpenter. But then she did Olivia Newton-John, and we covered that suddenly. I went back and I listened to Olivia Newton-John singing Suddenly. And while it's not a perfect match, pitch for pitch, very well done. And I knew it was well done, but sometimes you think you heard it the right way and then you didn't, and you go back and it's like, oh no, it really isn't. No, it was. It absolutely was. And I said during that video, she is a force to be reckoned with. She has this very interesting voice that is extremely versatile to different sounds and tones. And she doesn't have to belt it out. I'm sure she probably could, but she doesn't need to. The versatility in her voice is something that is a rare, beautiful thing to see. I have to admit. So I'm looking forward to hearing this one because I love to hear her sing. I mean, she has this really calming effect when she sings. I don't know if that's going to be on all of her songs, but so far, it has been. So that being said, if you want to show love and support to the artist and or the channel, I link ways for you to do that in the description box. Make sure you check it out. It's either below or beside, depending on what you're watching this video on. Just click on the word that's in bold that says more. Everything will show up. Also in the description box, also at the end of the video, I will link a way for you to go to my other channel and join me there. I have another one called A Pursued Life, and we are pursuing life over there, whether it's my weight loss journey or travels or current events. It's a non-reaction channel, even if I react a little bit to like the current events. But I'd love to get to know you guys. I'd love for you guys to come and get to know me. I'd love to get to a point where I can do live reactions, even if it's on my phone on that channel. That would be so much fun to do. But it's not a standard traditional reaction channel by any sleight of the means. So I hope you'll join me over there and we'll grow that channel together like we've done this one. And it would be so fantastic if you did join me there. So that being said, let's get started. Yes, I know this song. It's the one I'm thinking of.
It's impossible. Tell the sun to leave the sky. It's just impossible. It's impossible. Ask a baby not to cry. It's just impossible. Can I hold you closer to me and not feel you going through me? Split the second that I never think of you. Oh, how impossible.
I have to say, I've heard this song. This is the one that I was thinking of. I've heard this particular song covered by some of the greats. And they may not be greats that like currently or maybe at all, but I've heard them even in Spanish. And her voice fits into this era of music that really reminds me of, I'm not going to say like the crooner music, like from the Rat Pack of the Frank Sinatras and the Dean Martins, but close to that era where It was very subtle and yet powerful all at the same time. Her voice is perfect for those type of ranges, and I'm sure she probably has other songs where her ranges are even that much more amazing. But she's singing this song and she's owning the song. That's what makes it even more amazing. I really love how she's doing this. And I love that this is Dan, right? So I love how he's being very purposeful in the way that he's playing the piano. It's not overdone. It's very subtle as well. He's more taking her, he's following her lead in this more so than she's following his. I feel like that's what's happening.
Can the ocean keep from rushing to the shore? It's just impossible. If I had you, could I ever want for more? It's just impossible. And tomorrow, should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I would sell my very soul and not regret it. For to live without your love, it's just impossible. Can the ocean keep from rushing to the shore? It's just impossible. If I had you, could I ever want for more? It's just impossible. And tomorrow,
Beautiful harmony. Wow.
should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I would sell my very soul and not regret it. For to live without your love, it's just impossible.
Okay, those harmonies were spot on. I want to hear them again. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, she even harmonized with herself. I'm just saying. She harmonized with herself. Right here in the little corner, she's harmonizing with herself. Now, here's one question that I do want to ask. When she was singing this on this side, clearly they're not in the same room, right? So it was done at different times. Was she using, like, was he recording this first? Because for me, it sounds like he's taking her lead, not the other way around. So did she sing this completely a cappella and then he, like, dubbed over it with the piano? Or is she singing after the piano has already been there? I don't know. Like, I can't tell. and it's so beautifully done. You would never know that. Like, if you heard it on the radio, you would not know that they were in two different areas. And that it was recorded at two different times.
And tomorrow, should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I would sell my very soul and not regret it. For to live without your love, it's just impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Beautiful. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. And it wasn't like, it was loving. That's what it was. It sounded extremely loving, extremely emotional. Not someone just trying to belt out a note. And I have heard that done before with this song, that they're trying to, mix it up. And like, I appreciate people showing me their artistry, right? I've said it on the channel several times. But if you do too much, then sometimes you lose the beauty that's in the song itself. And in this particular song, I mean, it's called It's Impossible. But when you hear the words, it's like, if I had you, could I ever want for anything more? No, it's impossible. Like, how amazingly loving is that? Seriously. I mean, that's a beautiful, like, what a beautiful thing to say to somebody or to sing to someone. So putting too much takes away from the simplicity of what the words are saying. And so she did beautifully with it. And I've heard this cover done from some very big names in Latinoville and in, you know, English. And this is probably one of my favorite covers of this song. Seriously, because she didn't take away from the beauty of the song. I'll just leave it there. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. So if you like the content, you know what to do. You know you want to do it. Remember, description box, check it out. Join me on the other channel. Let's have a little bit of fun. In the meantime, live your lives fabulously, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.